My name is Claire and I have a rather complex sounding job title. So I'm a technical program specialist for a company called Fangio. So what does that mean? Well, it means that I get to work with the teams that are working on new features to get them released to our customers so that they can use them on our mobile apps and our website. And that's really part of what makes my job so exciting. There's always a big push to try and get new features out to customers so quickly. And so that's why my job is so important, is just to make sure that everything we're doing is running smoothly and to try and help solve any problems that come up that might stop us from finishing. So you're probably wondering, what is Fangio? I've never heard of that. What does it do? So Fangio is basically an online sports gaming company. So to break that down, it's sports like American football and American basketball. And when those games are being played, our users get to go online and enter contests for those games. And if they're good at it, then they can win money. So how did I end up here? Well, it actually all started from where all you are just now in school. When I went to high school, I took computing as a subject, and that's where my interest for technology really started. In computing, we learned to code, and I found out quite quickly that I actually really enjoyed it, and I was actually quite good at it. But I do also think that it did help that my teacher who taught computing was a female. You know, I think it's really important that we have role models within STEM that are women, to inspire us and to motivate us to work hard to achieve goals and ambitions. So yeah, so in high school then, when I was in about 5th year, you know, that's when you really start to think about what you want to do. So you look at your subjects and what you're good at, and you think about where those subjects could take you after school job-wise. For me, it was really my dad who encouraged me to take computing forward after high school and to study computer science. I was actually a little bit unsure about it, but I did know that there were a lot of amazing job opportunities within technology, and so I decided to trust my dad and to trust my instincts. So I applied to universities across Scotland for computer science, and I got accepted, and I was so delighted. Once I got to university though, that's when things started to change a little bit for me. You know, I went from high school where it was a really small class to university where there were over 100 students and most of them were boys. There were hardly any girls there at all. I think there was maybe about 6. And I think that did actually affect my confidence. You know, I wondered, am I supposed to be here? Why is this mostly boys? Is this a boys subject? But I decided to push forward, and at the end of 2nd year, I decided that I wanted to start taking a business class alongside computing, as I was now starting to think about job opportunities. And I wanted to go into a role where I could use my soft skills. You know, soft skills are something that we as women are just naturally good at. So I wanted to use soft skills as well as the technical knowledge that I had built up during my time at uni. So fast forward 2 years and I graduated with a honours degree, and I got my first job as a project manager at a startup. A startup is a company that's new, so it's usually around a new product or a new offering that doesn't exist within the area. It was a great experience, but actually during that time is actually when I heard about Fangio. So it was relatively new at that point. I think it had maybe only been going for about 5 years at the time, and I had heard about, you know, how well the company was doing and how much it was growing. And back then, that was about 6 years ago, I knew that I eventually wanted to work at Fangio, and so that's when I set myself a goal to try and gain the experience so that I could eventually go and get a job there. So after the startup, I went to work for a company called Dog Digital, and that's where I got to work on some really exciting projects. So you'll probably have heard of L'Oreal Paris, the big cosmetics company that sell makeup and skincare. Well, I got to work with L'Oreal on all their new product launches. So when they were releasing a new product like lipstick or a hair care range, and they wanted to showcase this online, I got to work with L'Oreal in developing the brand's presence online through some really cool tools and pages on their website. For me, it was the perfect fit because I love skincare and I love makeup, and being able to work on cosmetics as well as technology was amazing. I really loved it. But after about 3 years at Dog, I was then approached about a new opportunity at Fangio, and I was really excited. I wasn't planning on leaving Dog at that time, but I also knew that I couldn't turn this opportunity down, as like I say, like I always wanted to work at Fangio's, and that was my goal. So when I got the job at Fangio, I was delighted. Working in Fangio has been amazing. It's been such a great experience. The company is growing so quickly, and I've learned and progressed so much, both professionally and personally, since I joined almost 2 years ago. I think one of the favourite things about my job is getting to work with so many different people from so many different backgrounds. We have offices in Scotland as well as places like Portugal, but we also have offices all over the United States. So just getting to work with so many different people from different backgrounds and experiences is just what makes the day-to-day job just so much more interesting. So yeah, so that's my journey till now. If I was to give myself one piece of advice, and advice that I would give to you guys, is just to believe in yourself. You know, looking back to university, where I really questioned myself and my position as a female within STEM, I really should have believed in myself more. You know, there absolutely is a place for all women from all different backgrounds within the technology industry, and each and every one of you can do it if you believe in yourself and you do not give up.